Zo Ror Ha-Chaim, the bundle of the living. Though I feel too small to answer you, hide me in the bundle of life, where justice and mercy hold hands. Yehovah Elohi Zo Ror Ha-Chaim. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me and lead me, and cover me and stir me, and speak through me with your Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness and humility to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts and mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, He, Vav, He. Hand, behold, now, behold. Job chapter 9. Then Job responded, "Indeed, I know that this is so, but how can a human win a case against Elohim? Whoever might want to argue with him could not answer him one question in 1,000. His heart is so wise, his strength so great. Who can resist him and succeed? He moves the mountains, although they don't know it. When he overturns them in his anger, he shakes the earth from its place. Its supporting pillars tremble. He commands the sun, and it fails to rise. He shuts up the stars under his seal. He alone spreads out the sky and walks on the waves of the sea. He made the Great Bear, Orion, and Pleiades, the hidden constellations of the south. He does great, unsearchable things, wonders beyond counting. He can go right by me, and I don't see him. He moves past without my being aware of him. If he kills people, who will ask why? Who will say to him, "What are you doing?" Elohim will not withdraw his anger. Even Rahav's supporters submit to him. How much less can I answer him and select my arguments against him? Even if I were right, I wouldn't answer. I could only ask for mercy from my judge. If I summoned him and he answered me, I still can't believe he would listen to my plea. He could break me with the storm. He could multiply my wounds for no reason, to the point where I couldn't even breathe. With such bitterness, he could fill me. If it's a matter of force, look how mighty he is. If justice, who can summon him from court? If for justice, who can summon him to court? Even if I'm right, my own mouth will condemn me. If I'm innocent, it would pronounce me guilty. I am innocent. Don't I know myself? But I've had enough of this life of mine. So I say it's all the same. He destroys innocent and wicked alike. When disaster brings sudden death, he laughs at the plight of the innocent. The earth has been given to the power of the wicked. He covers the faces of its judges. If it isn't he, then who is it? My days pass on more swiftly than a runner. They flee without seeing anything good. They skim by like skiffs built of reeds, like an eagle swooping down on its prey. If I say, I'll forget my complaining, I'll put off my sad face and be cheerful, then I'm still afraid of all my pain. And I know you will not hold me innocent. I will be condemned. So why waste my efforts? Even if I washed myself in melted snow and cleansed my hands with lye, you would plunge me into the muddy pit, till my own clothes would detest me. For he is not merely human like me. There is no answer that I could give him. If we were to come together in court, there is no arbitrator between us. Who could lay his hand on us? Who could lay his hand on us both? If he would remove his rod from me and not let his terrors frighten me, then I would speak without fear of him. For when I'm alone, I'm not afraid. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading this fascinating 9th chapter of Job, his response? We can love Yehovah by humbling ourselves before his holiness, even when we don't understand his ways. Love Yehovah by acknowledging his justice without abandoning our longing for his nearness. Love Yehovah by entrusting our innocence and our questions to the one who sees all motives. How can we love our neighbors as Yeshua loves us? By refusing to speak lightly about the suffering of the righteous, and by recognizing that justice may be hidden, but Yehovah is not absent. How can we bear one another's burdens? By interceding for those crushed by unfair accusations, spiritual misunderstandings, and by standing with them as advocates. What are the top 3 fruits of the Spirit found? 1. Faithfulness. Job continues to engage Yehovah directly, even when he feels unheard. 2. Meekness. He sees his human frailty clearly without abandoning dignity. 3. Self-control. Job restrains from cursing or accusing, though deeply paired and confused. What is the Hebrew word that encapsulates this chapter? Din. Judgment, justice, legal dispute. Reference: Job 9 verses 2 and 3. Anchor sentence. Din captures Job's ache to plead his case before Elohim, recognizing divine perfection but longing for representation before the judge. At Sefer Insight Din Amplified Meaning, the door of judgment opens through the hand and continues into unseen mercy. How can we find Yeshua in the scriptures? Job 9 verses 2 and 3. How can a human be right before Elohim? Is answered in Yeshua's righteousness on our behalf. Job 9 verses 8 through 10 describes Elohim walking on the sea, fulfilled when Yeshua walked on water. Job 9 verse 15, I could only plead with my judge for mercy, reveals our need for Messiah as intercessor. Job 9 verse 33, there is an arbitrator between us, cries out for the very role Yeshua will fulfill. Mitzvah response, Torah-based, mitzvah. Deuteronomy 10 verses 17 and 18, for Yehovah your Elohim is the great, mighty, and awesome Elohim, who upholds the cause of the fatherless and the widow. Response: I will stand up for the voiceless today, knowing my own voice is heard by the righteous judge. Hebrew declaration: In Enosh Zadik Badin Beli Meshiv Ki Ha Mishiv Yavo B'Shem Yeshua, meaning, no human is righteous in judgment without an advocate, yet the advocate comes in the name of Yeshua. We'll end this Friday night Shabbat with the Arianic blessing using the name. Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he'll provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you, set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Shabbat shalom, shalom, shalom.